Hi, my name is Dr. Ian Lundholm, and this will be your video syllabus for your math class this summer. Um, yeah, I'm actually recording the same video syllabus for the three classes that I'm teaching, Math 90, Math 111, and Math 171, all at the same time because the course format is very similar. And I'll try to bring out the differences as we go along. But mainly, yeah, we're going to be here in an online course format, and you guys are going to be working through math material, and I'm going to be there to help you along the way. I have affectionately nicknamed this grouping of courses Math Gym, because I do feel like the way that we are working through math together is a lot like being in a gym, where you guys are going to be putting in, consistent work and effort. And I'm going to be there along the way as your personal trainer, somebody who, lives at the gym, who loves doing math. Yeah, I'll be there to help you along the way. And we'll keep ramping up the intensity throughout the semester. And eventually you're going to be done. It's going to be great. All right, so let's click through this a little bit and get you oriented to the course. Course format, online. We are going to be using Khan Academy for the vast majority of all the work that we're doing. One, because it's free, and that's nice. Two, because it's one of the best online learning suites that I've found for mathematics so far. And particularly, it's one of the math solutions out there that is mastery-based, meaning that, we want you to work through things and demonstrate mastery before moving on to other things. What's really nice about that is, particularly for these three courses, I've noticed that we get a wide variety of students coming in. Some who have, a lot of math experience, some who have a little, some who have been out of a math class for a long time, some who never quite understood a certain topic. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this format of a course will allow us to tailor the education more specifically to you, rather than you all just listening to me, or even worse, watching a video of me, doing lectures about the material. What I'm going to be able to do is work with you individually and help you learn along the way. So this is a little bit of a joke, but you're going to be spending a lot of your time on Khan Academy, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time on Zoom, chatting with you and helping you work through problems. Let me move myself a little bit here. There we go. Here's an overview of the course, at least in terms of the websites and tools that we will use most often. Canvas is definitely a big one. That's where we'll find the syllabus, the grade book, where you'll be able to use the calendar to sign up for appointments with me to meet via Zoom. And there's just other links on Canvas. I'll show you that soon. Khan Academy will be the major area for work. It's where you'll be able to see your overall progress percentage. You'll be able to see the quizzes and unit tests that you've done, and eventually you'll take the final exam on Khan Academy as well. Zoom will be another big one, since this is an online course. That Zoom is really the way that we will be able to interact in real time. So definitely, I want to help you succeed. Please make an appointment, with me throughout the week, and I'd be happy to help you work through stuff. Screen sharing is really handy there, because since you'll be working on Khan Academy, which is, software based, right? You'll be able to share your screen, and I'll be able to see the problems that you're working on. Then we'll have a choice. Either I'll use Jamboard, which is kind of like Google's solution to online whiteboards, So I could use Jamboard to write down my work and work alongside you so that you can see that. Basically, you just open another tab of your browser and you'd be able to see that. Or if you prefer, we could work it out so that, yeah, instead of doing Jamboard, I could write directly on your computer screen within Zoom and annotate on top of whatever you're doing. I tend to prefer Jamboard just because we have the option of saving that stuff. Sadly, Jamboard only saves like 20 slides worth of material. So if we end up wanting to save more than that, maybe we'll have to make a new one. But it's kind of nice because it's more of a persistent artifact that we can keep around. Anyway, I'm trying to keep it simple. We've only really got these things, and this will be our ecosystem for the course. Hopefully stuff that, becomes pretty familiar. This is kind of the overall grade breakdown. Basically what I want to tell you is that your grade boils down to 4 buckets, basically. One for attendance, another one for your overall progress in Khan Academy, which comes out as a percentage. One is your final exam grade. And then another is all of the unit tests that you take throughout the semester. You can see that the grades break down a little bit differently between the different courses, between Math 90, 111, or 171. That's mainly because there's a different amount of unit tests for each one. So Math 90 has 10 unit tests, Math 111 has 14 unit tests, and 171 has 16 unit tests, because there's a good amount of material in those courses in particular. But yeah, that's the way the grade breaks down. There's more details in the actual syllabus on each of these things. I guess this is a decent point in the video to just say, for attendance, I know that this is a summer course, so you may have a summer job, your family, or you just may be able to want to do summer travel. I would like us to get into the habit of meeting via Zoom at least 30 minutes a week or so. If that's not possible, then yeah, we can email and figure things out. But basically, for this attendance grade, I'd just like us to keep an open line of communication, somehow getting in contact with each other at least once a week for the 8 weeks of this course. Because I make that attendance grade a thing because I hope it puts us into a win-win situation where you can get some pretty easy 100% points, and I get a better shot of helping you succeed in the course. So yeah, cool. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to email me, send me a message on Canvas, whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at Canvas real quick. So I can give you a tour. Come on. There we go. Right now, I just pulled up Math 171's Canvas course. And this is the homepage. I guess it's unpublished right now because I'm still recording the video syllabus. That's why that's not highlighted. Anyways, we've got a link to our syllabus, which is just to a Google Doc, so that's live, and we can change it if need be. But this is like a more formal thing where the text and the student learning outcomes and the structure of the course, it's all very riveting reading. I did try to, put some useful stuff in here. So please go ahead and check it out and read it. There are links in here too that you can follow the various things. It has our course grade breakdown in more detail than I have on the PowerPoint slide. yeah, and just some general things to read through. Yeah, I guess one of the things here that I can comment on is that I am planning on being in my office here the majority of the days throughout the summer. But I do have two young kids who will be out of school soon, and I'm sure would love to spend some extra time with their dad. Excuse me. Um, so if I don't have appointments with you, there may be days where I want to go play with my kids. Um, but you know, so I guess the main thing is if you'd like me to be available on any given day, just give me a day or two's lead time ahead of time so that I can, yeah, make sure that I'm available for you. Most of the time, I should be around. And honestly, if I'm around in the office, um, yeah, I'd be happy to work with you. So while I said 30 minutes earlier a week, that's kind of a minimum. And if you have more time that you'd like to hang out and work on math problems with me, I would be happy to. Okay. Um, yeah. All right, let's keep going. Uh, Canvas. This link is to actually join the specific class on Khan Academy so that I can be your coach and I'll be able to see the unit tests and all the progress that you make on Khan Academy. I actually get a pretty cool view of everything. So yeah, this is the correct class for 171 and 111 would look almost exactly the same. It's easiest if you use your Milligan email to register with Khan Academy, but that's not absolutely necessary. I think there's just like a sign in with Google option that you can use. And yeah, if there is a section of signing in that prompts you to pick courses that you're interested in, know that that is really just, it's just there for any person who wanted to start using Khan Academy just to kind of gauge your interests, but it won't have any bearing on this course. So as fastly as you can click through that part, you'll be fine. What you'll really be interested in seeing is eventually getting to the homepage for your course. So this is the course for Algebra 2, which is the main content for Math 171. There's actually two courses in 171, Algebra 2 and Trigonometry. Both are very important for moving on to calculus eventually. But yeah, as you can see, this is our main page. Over here to the left is our overall progress percentage. Right now, I have a mastery challenge that popped up at the beginning. We'll get to what that is soon, but a mastery challenge pops up like once a day. And then down here are all the different units in the Algebra 2 course. And so there's, something like 13 units in Algebra 2. And notice that each of them maybe have a little bit different number of mastery points to earn. But basically, sum of all these mastery points that you collect in the various units add up together and give you your total percent mastery. So what we're really after in Khan Academy is gathering up these mastery points. And really soon I'll give you some strategies for getting those mastery points as quickly as possible. I went ahead and just clicked into a unit here. This is for polynomial arithmetic. It looks like I've already got 100% done here, so maybe this was the wrong one to do. Let's find a unit where my mastery has lapsed. Here we go. Let's go to logarithms. Woof. I went to this because we'll be able to see some more interesting things over here. All of these on the right-hand side are different skills. One way to work through Khan Academy is to go skill by skill by skill and earn mastery points on each skill. But generally, that's not the fastest way to start things off, at least. The fastest way to start things off is to go down to the first quiz, because when you work on the quiz, for instance, it'll give you 5 questions. Those 5 questions will be over topics in these 1, 2, 3, 4 skills. And so working on the quiz allows you to level up all of these skills at once, rather than working on them one by one and having to do, say, 4 or 5 questions for each skill. So quiz is a good place to go to work on many skills at one time. And quizzes actually have like a bonus factor for the first time that you take a quiz. Yeah, if you get 100% correct, so if I got 5 out of 5 on that quiz, I would automatically get up to 80% mastery, which is 2 of these little purple bars. I would get 80% mastery in all of the skills that were above this quiz. And that is really cool. That's honestly the fastest way to earn these mastery points. Notice though that no matter how many times you take a quiz, or no matter how many times you do a practice, you'll never get over 80% mastery, so 80 out of 100. The only way to get up to 100% mastery would be taking skills that already have 80% mastery and then answering them correctly on the unit test, which, the unit test in this case is 9 questions because it's a pretty small unit. The unit test could be bigger than that. But yeah, getting skills correct on the unit test allows you to get up from, well, it would take you from 0 to 50, or 50 to 80, or 80 to 100. So the unit test is one of those places where you can get up to 100% mastery on things. So a perfect speed run of a unit would look like, oh, hey, I'll take this quiz, and then I'll take this quiz, and I get 100% on both those quizzes, so that all of these skills have 80%. Then I take the unit test, ace that as well, and get all of those skills up from 80 to 100. That's best case scenario, and maybe it'll happen to you once or twice, but a lot of times we make mistakes, and that's totally human. So generally, if you've made some mistakes, if you still need to level up on multiple skills, I would still suggest just repeating a quiz. You can take quizzes as many times as you want. If you need to work on an individual skill that is completely blank, say like this one, maybe I'd actually go into the practice, and yeah, there's 4 questions on that. And if I get 4 out of 4, I'll get that one up to 80%, which is great. Yeah, and then take the unit tests, and as long as you have a mixture of, let's say, 100% and 80% on your skills, by the end of the course, you're going to be fine. Something that I haven't said yet, but this is a good time to do it, is I really consider 100% mastery of the course here to be 90% on these mastery points, because I really do feel like you have the material mastered if you end up getting a mixture of 80 and 100% on these individual skills. So at the end of the semester, I will round this up by 10%, largely because those last 10% are kind of the most annoying to get on Khan Academy, and you'll probably see what I mean later on, but it's harder to gather up the loose ends, and I don't want you to be, I don't want you to be tediously trying to get those last few percents unless you really want to. I want you to demonstrate mastery, but I don't want you to waste your time, that kind of a thing, right? So yeah, we've looked at practice, we've looked at quizzes, and we looked at unit tests. Those are all found within the individual units. So practice, quiz, and unit test. There are two other ways to earn credit on Khan Academy. One of them is this mastery challenge. Mastery challenges focus on topics that you've already started on, and maybe haven't, well, yeah, that you haven't gotten all the way up. So this is a really nice way to take skills that are at 50 and get them up to 80, or 80 and get them up to 100. Basically, you answer 2 questions for 3 different skills. And depending on how you do on those 2 questions, if you get both of them right, then your skill level's up. If you get one right and one wrong, your skill level stays the same. And if you get both of them wrong, your skill level could go down. But yeah, mastery challenges, from a efficiency perspective, are definitely worth your time. Do the mastery challenges when they are available. And you'll have one pop up like once a day, depending on what you've already worked on. The final way to earn credit on Khan Academy is the course challenge. And the course challenge, I'm going to ask you to, primarily save this for the end of the semester. The course challenge is actually going to be your final exam. It's 30 questions that are spaced throughout the entire course. And yeah, they can be used to affect your mastery points on the skills that are relevant to the things that show up on the course challenge. But since the course challenge picks from various skills throughout the course, it's not necessarily a reliable way to make consistent progress throughout the thing. So yes, I would like you to go unit by unit. And if you're ever getting frustrated on a certain unit, like, you don't have to completely finish a unit. If you don't want to right then, you can move on to another one and then go back. Some of these units build on each other, but a lot of them can be done kind of individually. Generally, the easier units are at the beginning and the harder ones are at the end. But yeah, what I would say is save that course challenge for the end. We will use it for a final exam. And generally, I would say that you are eligible to take the final exam once you've gotten this up to at least 85% mastery, and you've passed all of the unit tests in your course. So I guess I haven't said it yet, but this semester's math course, you will be able to finish early if you'd like. If you put the work in and you get, lots of mastery points in all of these different units, and that adds up to, 85% over here, that's when I would say, hey, you're eligible to take the course challenge, and that'll be your final exam. Yeah, so, we will be keeping in contact so that, that won't necessarily be a huge surprise, but, please let me know before you're starting to take the course challenges so that I can, just confirm with you, help you look over things. But yeah, confirm with you that you're ready to take it, and then, yeah, we can go there and you'll take it and it'll be great. We will celebrate when you finish this course. Yeah. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. let's keep going back to Canvas. This link gives you a little bit more information about how Khan Academy scores your progress. It's a little article. Feel free to read it if you'd like to. This link will get you to a Zoom meeting. What I have this set right now is just my personal Zoom meeting number, so that it can be the same link for all of the courses. If I use the Zoom stuff within Canvas, then it would be specific to each course, and it would be better is just if we use one link all the time. So if you want to meet with me, go ahead and click this link. It'll take you to the same place. It'll take you to my personal Zoom meeting. The last part is Jamboard. So if I'm working with you and I'm writing, this is where you'll be able to see my notes to you as we're working through problems together. And that's where the video syllabus will be, where this video is. Anyways, yeah, before we leave Canvas, one thing that we might want to look at is the calendar. Let's go ahead and go to June. One of the things that I'm not sure that I'm going to do it all the time, but I've done it for this first week, is I used appointment groups in order to make all these appointment slots that you could reserve with me if you would like. So within Canvas, you could click on one of these time slots and say, oh, hey, Dr. Lindholm, I want to work with you on Zoom from 10:30 to noon on Wednesday. And I'd be like, oh, great. You know, it'll show up on my Canvas calendar and I'll make sure to be available for you. You know, and you can see here that I've scheduled some times that are during normal business hours. If you need different times than that, you know, please let me know via email, via Canvas message. Yeah, I know that some of you will have busy schedules and I will try to accommodate that. So just let me know. Yeah, I thought this might be an interesting thing to try, at least for the first week, so that you can see, you know, even when your classmates reserve one of these, I believe it will change a little bit and you'll be able to see, oh, hey, you know, somebody else is working then. So, yeah, I mean, if it's just a 30-minute thing, then, you know, maybe us just being one-on-one would be fine. But I actually do have a second monitor here in my office now. I got upgraded. So in theory, if there were 2 or 3 or even all 4 of you who wanted to meet at the same time, I could manage between multiple screens and I could help many of you at one time. I just have to kind of take turns and that would be fine. So feel free to sign up for appointment slots, even if somebody else is. Actually, you know, that would help me have an efficient use of my time if you guys are there together. So yeah, feel free to sign up together too, if you'd like. All right, so I think that's the major points of Canvas. Let's go back here. And then this is the guide to gaining mastery points. I made this there on the PowerPoint. I will post this PowerPoint to Canvas in our files so that if you want to read through this, you can. Real quick, I'll just review what I've already kind of shown you on the website. Yes, we are trying to gain mastery points. That shows up in the top left-hand corner. This is within a unit. This is the unit mastery. All of these are the various skills in the unit, and here again are the skills. You know, remember that, yeah, you probably want to scoot down to the quiz to start things off. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet are these play button things and these paper looking things. The play buttons are videos and these are articles. Generally, I tend to prefer the articles, just that's the way that I like to learn. You get to read a little bit, you get to work some sample questions and test your knowledge as you read along. So you're, you know, making sure that you're comprehending along the way. The videos are nice too. They're very, uh, generally pretty succinct, to the point, um, and help you on whatever you're, trying to do. So those resources on Khan Academy are available to you. Um, but know that I would love to be that resource as well. Like, I want to help you learn this math. So don't feel like you have to watch a bunch of videos outside of working with me. I'd like to work with you. Um, Here, let me move this a little bit. Yeah, these are the various skill levels for mastery. 50 out of 100, 80 out of 100, 100 out of 100. We've kind of already talked about that. Cool. And there are the 5 different ways to earn mastery points. These are the best ways to get to 80 out of 100. And then these are the best ways to get from 80 to 100. So this is quizzes and practice. And then we've got unit tests, mastery challenges, and course challenges over here. Yeah, and this is just a review of how you can do on practice. Basically, you get 4 or 5 questions. If you get them all right, then you're up to 80. If you don't get them quite all right, then you get 50. And if you get a bunch of them wrong, you'll get 0. But you can redo these. So, I mean, pretty much anything on Khan Academy, you can redo if you don't get the score that you'd like on the first time. That's one of the things that I really like about this. So yeah, you can do well. Quizzes, again, quickest way to get multiple skills to 80 out of 100. They're the thing I would suggest doing first. And if you ever get to a quiz and you're just completely like, I've got no idea what's going on, then it might be time to look at an article and see what's going on, or just contact me and I'd be happy to give you, a little mini lecture on what's going on and give you my perspective on the topic. Yeah, that should be no problem there. Unit tests are at the end of the unit, 80 to 100. I do, look at these. These are part of your course grade, and you get 5 points for each unit test that you pass. And so that's, it's an assignment out of 5 points. You get 100%, 5 out of 5 for passing each unit test. Cool. Mastery challenges, hope once a day. We talked about that. And then course challenge is your final exam. Cool. Oh, and yes, if a course challenge ends up lowering your overall mastery, don't worry. I will keep what you had before taking the course challenge, as long as you've, communicated with me and said, oh, hey, I'm ready to take the course challenge. And, we lock that percent in. That's great. And if you take a course challenge and your overall mastery gets better, okay, I'll, add that to your score. Yes, this is the symbol for videos. That's the symbol for articles. We're good there. I did show you the Zoom appointments on Canvas. Yeah, most of the time, what I would like to be doing with you is just working through solving problems, answering questions, and hopefully, yeah, we'll figure out a way that you can see my writing in real time. I can see what you're typing in real time. We'll be able to use online graphing calculators when that's appropriate. Hopefully we can get a lot done via Zoom and you can feel like you're getting good one-on-one attention. One thing that I do need to mention, I'm sorry. It just so happens that the first week of classes here intersects with my 10-year wedding anniversary. My 10-year wedding anniversary is on June 4th. And so we have had a trip up to Ohio planned for months and months. And that means I will be in Ohio at my in-laws' house, probably even starting the week prior to this one. So probably starting off on Friday, May 28th. I'll probably be going up to Ohio. And I will be at my in-laws' house, which has pretty poor Wi-Fi, and I would be using my phone hotspot there. So I could meet with you that I probably be using my phone hotspot. So it may or may not be of the highest quality. We could probably make that work. But in this time, I will be away in Amish country in Ohio. My cabin will have no internet, and I'll be unavailable for those 3 days. We should be back down in Tennessee, and we should be back to normal the following week. So I'm sorry that we're going to have a stunted first week of class, but I'm going to send this out to you all real soon. So hopefully, if you want to contact me before class really gets underway, that should be totally possible. Okay, here are the big takeaways that I'd like you to come away with from this video syllabus. One, if you'd like to start early, that's totally possible. Please let me know, contact me via email, Canvas message. One of the peculiar things about Khan Academy is that I can save your assignments and pick them out ahead of time, but I can't actually assign them to you until you're in the course. So before you start doing, especially the unit tests, let me know that you've signed up for a Khan Academy class so that I can assign all those assignments to you so that I can see your scores and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Another thing is just about attendance. If you can't meet with me during a given week, that's okay. Please just let me know ahead of time. The main thing is that we keep an open line of communication. I say this seriously, I want to help you because, yeah, I really do. I like doing math. Don't feel like you are making me do something horrible when I'm just working math problems with you. I like doing that. That's why I'm a professor. So it's theoretically possible for you to take this course without talking to me very much. And I understand that. You could have a schedule where it doesn't sync up with mine very well. If there is a time that you would like to meet, like during an evening, that theoretically could be possible. And we just need to make that happen. We just need to agree on a time via email, that kind of thing. Yeah, I do want to help you, so please let me know. And yeah, I would just encourage you, mathematicians, we like to generalize things because we like to make efficient use of our time. So I would encourage you to try to use your time efficiently as possible. Try to be, strategic as you're answering or when you're gaining mastery points on Khan Academy, because going to the quizzes for that first bonus time is kind of the fastest way to make progress. And so it's definitely worth your time to check your answers, reread the directions so that you can make sure everything's correct. And that's another benefit of working with me, is that I can just be a second pair of eyes, working the problem alongside you and making sure that you get the answers correct so that you get the credit that you deserve, rather than making small mistakes and saying, oh, no, you didn't get perfect, and you have to end up doing more work. And yeah, instead of getting bogged down, please ask for help. I'd be happy to help. Yeah, to be honest, this is my first time teaching a summer online, completely online course. So if there is any way that I can help you, just, yeah, please be in contact. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to meeting with you all. And I hope that we learn a lot during this time. We're gonna have some productive struggle ahead of us, but hopefully we will all become more mathematically buff in the process. I think that that's the last slide. Yeah. So great. I'm going to send this out to you via email, and hopefully we'll get the conversation started. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.